Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sarah Wisted. We are talking about building a capsule wardrobe so that you can look chic every day. Now, this title I actually didn't come up with. I had a few of you guys actually message me on how I can look put together or chic on a daily basis. And I don't really have a secret, or maybe I do, but I'm gonna share exactly what I do today with you guys so that you can also look put together and get compliments like that in your day-to-day. I would say the main secret or the main source behind constantly looking put together is to have a capsule wardrobe. Now, I don't want to scare you off with that term because I feel like a lot of times when you think capsule wardrobe, you think an absolute minimalist wardrobe where there's like 2 things to choose from each day and you just wear those same 2 things to your events that you go to, and that's not at all what this video is about. This video is to create a wardrobe that makes sense for you, but it's also capsule in that you always have something to wear. Your pieces work well together no matter what you're pairing them with, and how to really get that in your closet. And I feel like it really does start with organization. If there's one thing that I learned from my pantry organization consultation that I had with Meat Method, it was to make your room shoppable, whatever space that you're working in. For the pantry, of course, you want to make your pantry shoppable so that you know what you have and you can pick and choose and put everything together as you're cooking dinner or just preparing snacks for your family. I'm taking that same concept and moving it into my closet this time because I am on a full-blown mission to get my house back into an organized state. So anyway, today you guys are going to be following me as I declutter my closet and share some pieces that I'm putting back into it. But I wanted to also just kind of share the process that I've been going through in order to create this capsule wardrobe for myself. But I do still like trends, so I'll talk a little bit about how you can add trends into this mix as well. So let's get started. Step 1, of course, is to edit your closet. And this essentially is purging items that you don't wear, that no longer look presentable, I guess is the best word, and just anything else in there that you feel like you need to get out so that you can have a clear space so that when you walk in there, you can shop your closet and put together a look for yourself every single day, regardless of what you're doing. You know exactly where every piece is. It's organized, it's ready to wear, pull it off the hanger and put it on. Okay, you guys, I am finally doing it. And when I say doing it, I mean I'm finally cleaning out my closet. The goal is to create a whole capsule wardrobe for myself. I feel like I've been talking about this for so long and I just like haven't gotten it done, and today is the day. Okay, so this is the current state. It's actually not too bad. I'm not saying that it's hopeless, but there's definitely a lot of items that I just don't wear in this section. These sweaters I pretty much wear like every day because I work from home and I love sweaters. But there are some that I need to get rid of that I just don't wear and there's no point to having, so I need to go through all of those. And then this is the most embarrassing part. Do you guys ever feel when you don't have enough hangers in your closet or enough space in your closet? I feel like this is the pile that ends up happening, where I'm like, these are actually clean clothes. I just don't really have space or hangers to put in here. So I just feel like that shows me that I have an issue because I'm holding on to items that I'm not wearing, and all the stuff that I'm wearing ends up in this pile because that's what's getting washed and just thrown back into these 2 piles. So I'm gonna try and just minimize this to make my life a little bit easier. Okay, so I have the get rid of pile, which I know looks small, but I did tell you I just went through a bunch of my clothes recently and got rid of some stuff, so let me show you what's in that first. Some of these items I'm trying to get rid of because they're starting to look dingy, and this sweater is one of them. I used to wear this all the time, but it's just looking a little bit dingy, so this one I think is ready to go. Other items, I ordered this from Zara. I love it, but I've never worn it. So I'm like, well, I don't know why I bought it. I think it's really cool. I think it looks really cool. But every time I put it on, I'm like, it's just not doing it for me and I can't return it. So I'm gonna get rid of it. Old Zara that I never wear anymore. It's just kind of like the theme. It's like just old stuff that I'm not really wearing anymore or want to invest or have a nicer item. So these are like my absolutely, I wear them all the time. They go with pretty much everything type of rack. Back to our maybe pile. These are items that, like, for example, like this can really go with everything, but I don't wear it. So I'm like, do I need to hold on to it? I don't know. It's also becoming like colder outside, so I kind of feel like this is something that I might want to hold on to. So I'm just gonna go through some of these pieces that are like things that I think could work with the rest of my closet that I just literally never wear. And then some of these pieces I feel like I have to try on. Do we like this blazer? I just have this in like so many colors and I don't wear this one. So this one I think fits really nice, but I don't like the black buttons on it. So I think that's one of the reasons why I don't wear it that often. But I do like the way this one fits over the other blazer. What do we think? Okay, here's the last one. This one feels kind of formal, I think. That's why I don't wear it. But again, I like the way this one fits, and I like that the buttons are kind of tone on tone. So maybe we'll keep this one and get rid of the other two. I think so. Let's do it. Okay, now that the edit is done, we got rid of a bunch of clothes that we don't wear. We have another pile that's for selling that you can sell on Poshmark or wherever you sell your clothes. I always have like a little rack when I'm doing this that I need to refresh these clothes. So going back to making your closet shoppable, if you go into a store, you will not see a blouse that's wrinkled and crumpled and just like not well pressed. And I feel like you need to keep that the same in your closet, and that is very hard to do. Like, I'm not saying that that's just an easy, like, always iron your shirt, like, whatever before you put it back in, but I'm saying if you keep up with the way that your clothes look when you put them back in your closet, you'll grab for them, because when you're getting ready quickly for dinner, you'll be like, oh, that shirt's already pressed, I can just throw it on and go with my other items that I choose from my closet, versus like, oh, I really want to wear that shirt, but it's wrinkled and I just don't feel like ironing it right now. I do that all the time. I don't know if you guys do that. So I have a rack that's like the refresh rack, and these items I am going to refresh before I put them back in my closet. All right, so this is the rack that I'm talking about. It is essentially just a rack of pieces that I want to keep, but they're not like shoppable, if that makes sense. Like, linen is a really good example. I wash this stuff and then it just doesn't look the same, if that makes sense, but I really need to like iron this. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these like all ironed up. Blacks, I feel like black knitwear, this is a good example. Black knitwear is notorious for just looking like this. And this is an example of something like, I actually wear this often, but it just doesn't look good. So if I can't fix this, I'm probably just gonna get rid of it, because I don't know, one of the ways to look chic every day, if you ask me, is to not wear something that has lint and pills and just take care of your stuff, essentially. One way that I do refresh my clothes is that I just got the LG Styler Steam Closet, and I am so excited to share this with you guys. It is such a revolutionary appliance, and I just thought it was kind of like a cool way to bring a little bit life back to your clothes, but also extend the wear of your clothes. So let me explain just a bit. This video is kindly sponsored by LG, but I wanted to show you guys how I refresh some of my pieces in my wardrobe that are harder to clean, like my coats. You can even refresh shoes, which is kind of cool. Sports equipment, you can even refresh like soft household items like pillows and blankets and stuff like that, or children's toys. That was like the first thing that came to my mind. I was like, oh, I hate washing my child's like stuffed animals because I feel like it just ruins them. But this styler can actually clean that as well. So it goes with a lot of things, but today we're gonna be using it specifically for refreshing some of our clothes that we're gonna be putting back in our closet. We just got this new, it's called the LG Styler. So essentially what this is it's an appliance in addition to your washer and dryer, and the whole goal of this LG Styler is to reduce odors and allergens while refreshing and drying your delicate textiles in a hassle-free way. It's like the size of a mini closet, and what you do is you put your items, you can hang them up on this bar right here. You just hang your clothes on it, and there's different cycles that you can use. Right out of the box, it comes with a few cycles that you can use. How do I get this? There's a refresh cycle, and there's like a normal and a light. So a normal, I would say, is something that's been kind of like crumpled in your closet, but it's not actually dirty, if that makes sense, but you just want it to like revive it fully. I feel like the normal 48 was good. We just put one of Taylor's suits in here. I probably should have filmed that part, so sorry guys. But the suits work really, really well in the refresh cycle. So if you're someone who wears a lot of work clothes, like that was probably our favorite one that we'd put in there so far. And there's other options here too, which I thought were really cool, which we've not used yet. But the sanitary one I'm really, really interested in. Let me show you how this thing works with one of my coats. Okay, you guys, so we have it all nicely packed in, And this is how easy it is. So I just want to do a refresh, which is one of the basic commands, which is 48 minutes, which is correct. And then all I have to do is hold to start. And it's starting. So since winter is fastly approaching and the weathers are starting to drop here, I really wanted to refresh my coats and just like my winter wardrobe in general. And I don't know about you guys, but this is probably gross, but I rarely wash my coats, my winter coats. I feel like it's just such a hassle. Like, you definitely can dry clean them, but then sometimes dry cleaning doesn't smell great. Do you know what I mean? So the LG Styler is really great at sanitizing and deodorizing, which is game changer. So in between your washes or in between your dry clean, depending on the fabric of your item, you can throw it in the LG Styler and it just refreshes and sanitizes and deodorizes. I'm like literally losing all my words, which is a really cool item. So I threw in a few of my winter coats that have just been sitting in the back of my closet just to give them a little bit of a refresh. I feel like it just like brings them back to life, if that makes sense. And within the LG Styler, there's this little like back compartment that has you can put a dryer sheet in so you can make them smell a certain way. And what's actually really cool about this, which I didn't know you could do, you can put your own scent in there. So if there's a specific scent that you want on your clothes, you can just throw it in that little like dryer sheet compartment and it can refresh your clothes and have it smell a little bit more of like what you want it to smell like, which is really great again for the deodorizing portion of it. Because if for example you were sitting by like a fire with your coat that you didn't want to wash, it just had like a really strong smell of like the fire, you know, you can throw it in there, put a little scent sheet in there with it, and it just revives it completely. I kind of laugh at this, but you know what we all call like the rewear chair, where you have clothes that aren't necessarily dirty and you don't want to throw them in the wash, but you also don't hang them up in your closet because they are just worn, if that makes sense. You can throw those items directly into the styler and it just brings them back to life again. It extends the life of that item in between washes. Just a few other quick benefits about this LG Styler. I can't not mention the look of it. Of course, it is sleek, slim. It looks very nice in a modern household, so I feel like it just will fit right in with your other appliances. They also have an app that you can download, and this goes for any LG product. You can have all of your products on one app, so you can, it's basically creating a smart home. I mean, that's the thing that we do these days, right? But for the styler specifically, there's an extended list of options that you can use on it. So if there's an option that you want to clean something specific and it's not directly on the styler selection panel, on the app, if you look at it, you can actually download that option and use that option directly from the app, which is so convenient. For example, I have this leather jacket that I just bought secondhand and I hadn't washed it, and we all know leather is kind of such a pain to wash. You have to take it to a specific leather specialty place, but it wasn't necessarily dirty, it just wasn't sanitized from the previous owner. So I wanted to make sure that it was refreshed and wearable for me without me having to like fully take it somewhere else, and just, it's a little bit of an inconvenience for me if I'm being honest. So I threw it in the LG Styler and it just refreshed it, and that's like all I needed. I just wanted a little refresh, and then now I can actually wear my leather jacket that's secondhand. It just makes life so much more simple than having to try and figure out how to wash all these different things, and we all know that the laundry washer can be a little bit harsh on your items. I will put all the information about the LG Styler down below, and if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. But yeah, it's been a time saver for sure, and we've been loving it. We've been putting all of Taylor's suits and everything in there too. He's like, oh, could I put this like button-down shirt that I wore recently but it's not necessarily dirty? I'm like, yes, that is what this thing is for. So it's been fun, but I'll put all the information down below. So getting back to refreshing the clothes, other ways that I refresh my clothes in addition to the LG Styler is I iron the pieces that need to be ironed or pressed, for example, like the linen shirts that I have, or just like the button downs that I have. And then I also use the debobbler, which is just this little device that kind of removes some of the pills in the sweaters. Take care of your clothes, give them a little bit more life and more like make them look a little bit better before you put them back into the closet, so your closet is extra shoppable and ready to wear right away. Okay, so now that we've cleaned out and we've refreshed our pieces, the next step is to see where the gaps and holes are in our closet and fill those with long-lasting, timeless pieces as a part one, and then throw in your trends after that. So what I mean by this is like building the capsule wardrobe foundation. So building those pieces that you could literally pull something out and they all go together at one point. This is truly like the overarching theme of this entire video. The only way that I swear the only reason I get compliments on like looking put together is because all of my pieces go together, so that it's not like, I never have really an issue of grabbing something in my closet and it not working with everything else, because, you know, I have been doing this for a few years now where I've been really looking at my closet and looking at like the pieces that I wear and that I feel good in, and I've been really focusing on investing more in those pieces versus like the trendier items. But I do still like trends, you guys. Like I'm trying not to sway you away from trends, because that's like the fun part of fashion. I wrote a little list, and this is just like literally quick off the top of my head, like right before I was filming. I was like, what do I consider like my foundation pieces in my closet? And this is like the quick list that I have come up with. So I essentially said it's like all the basics. So what are the basic items that I have in my closet? T-shirts, just like a simple crew neck t-shirt, classic slacks, denim in a classic fit, so such as like the Levi's 501, blazers, sweaters or sweatshirts, button-down shirt. I put a midi skirt, which I did put an asterisk next to because some people don't wear skirts, I guess, but I am constantly pulling for my ribbed knit midi skirts. I wear those all the time, like almost like more than my jeans. I wear midi skirts. A classic dress, so it could be your little black dress, it could be like a...
I'm having trouble connecting.
Where was I? Oh, it could be like an LBD, or it could be like a ribbed knit, just like tank dress. I wear, in the summertime, I wear a lot of ribbed tank dresses, like midi dresses. And in the winter, you can wear those same dresses with like a sweater over top. So it's really very versatile. A trench coat, of course, everyone's gonna tell you to get a trench coat. And then a coat, like a good wool coat, I think is also really important to have in your closet, and that also makes your outfit look really put together and timeless as well. For shoes, of course, I say a loafer, a sneaker, and a boot. And I think I wasn't really thinking about summer, but some sort of like classic sandal would be good there too. So essentially it's all the basics. Like that's pretty straightforward. I mean, I'll put this list down in the like description box below. But as long as you have like a good foundation, I really do feel like it's just so much easier to get dressed every morning. And it's not just having those pieces, but having the piece that like fits your body type. I will say I just added a few pieces to my closet, and they were all basics. Oh, there was a few trendy items in there, which I'll share with you guys. I was gonna do a full shopping haul, but I'll just quickly share it on here. It's a lot of just like crew neck shirts, long sleeves, just stuff that I feel like I can like layer in with all my other like fall winter items. And I don't know, I feel like it made sense. I also got rid of a lot of sweaters in this last edit, which sweaters are my most favorite thing. So getting rid of them was really hard for me, but I ended up bringing in some more classic, like nicer quality sweaters that I will have for pretty much years to come. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to say about the foundation. I think that's pretty much it. Like this isn't rocket science, you guys. Find what makes you feel good and what you grab for or gravitate for in your closet, and just start investing in more of those pieces and bring them in. We can quickly talk about trends because, like I said, you guys know I like trends. I think once you have your foundation together, trends are just a fun thing to like come in and out of your closet. I personally would not spend that much money on trends. I mean, it's up to you, like where your money goes. I did spend a little bit of money on trends this year. I did order this denim maxi skirt, which I am so in love with. I've already worn it out once. I also did order some cargo pants because those are really big for this fall, but they just, I don't know, these ones don't fit me very well, so I can't decide if I'm gonna keep them or not. Anyway, in terms of picking out your outfits to look chic every day, this is, again, back to your own personal style, but a lot of like neutrals and layered looks end up looking really, really good in general. I would say, in my opinion, things that aren't too tight or too loose also look really good. The too loose, I don't know, I really like a lot of oversized, but sometimes if you're oversized on both top and bottom, it doesn't look great. So you kind of have to decide like in proportion, like you can either go oversized on top or oversized on bottom, and I wouldn't do both. Shoes, I really think, are a big factor in looking put together. I swear shoes make the outfit, and I'm not like a shoe lover. I don't just like buy a bunch of shoes, but I do make sure that the shoes that I have are nice and they look clean. The shape is really good. I know like the shape is really all subjective on what you like. I would say in general, and again, this is probably my opinion, a pointed toe shoe looks better than a fully rounded toe shoe. I do like the square toed shoes as well. I think those look great, but just like a nicer quality shoe. Anyway, I'll let you guys decide that, but I would say in general, clothes that fit proportionally well to your body type, and that is something that you have to learn. 2, in getting the proportions right, like if you're gonna wear oversized on top, maybe don't wear it on bottom unless you're just a model and you can get away with that. And I'd say 3, shoes do make an impact on your outfits, and make sure that you are bringing in shoes that look more sophisticated, I guess. I think that's the word I'm looking for. All right, you guys, so that was it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. As mentioned, I'm gonna put all that information about the LG styler below. We have been just playing around with it like day after day, just seeing what works in there and like what we can refresh, which has been really fun and kind of nerdy that we're having fun with that, but this is 30, I guess. But yeah, I have nothing else to say. So I hope you guys have a good one, and I hope you enjoy your day, and I will talk to you guys on my next video.